going to take you through 3 gorgeous movements to help you relax your pelvic floor muscles more. So we tend to associate prolapse with weak pelvic floor muscles, but that's not always the case for every woman. Sometimes the fact that they have quite tight pelvic floor muscles can help to sort of exacerbate their symptoms. And what I find as well is that the kind of experience of prolapse and prolapse symptoms means that actually there's a kind of holding on to the pelvic floor, not feeling like it's perhaps safe to kind of fully relax it, and actually kind of getting rid of that tension can be really useful in helping to improve prolapse symptoms. So here are 3 lovely movements. They're my 3 favourites to help relax the pelvic floor and to get some really wonderful kind of deep breathing in, which I think we could all do with at the moment. Okay, so first one, I'm going to use a couple of yoga blocks. I've got a cushion here. You might feel like you need one, or maybe you don't. So I'm just going to pop it here, and you're just going to come down and get comfortable. So you can either pop the cushion underneath your head, or you could pop it underneath your back. And I'm going to use my yoga blocks. I'm going to pop them here, so I'm just putting them so that actually they are really supporting my thighs, so that actually my inner thighs aren't having to do lots of work, and you just kind of play around with the position of the blocks until it feels super comfy. And then we're just gonna bring in some really lovely deep breathing. Okay, so we're going to think about breathing in through the nose, exhaling, breathing in through the nose, exhaling. And the idea with the deep breathing is that it really allows the diaphragm to expand on the inhale, for the pelvic floor to lengthen and relax on the inhale, and then just on the exhale to feel almost like a really gentle just kind of lift from the pelvic floor. So we're not wanting to do a pelvic floor muscle contraction, we're just really noticing what happens with our breath. And it might take you a couple of kind of breaths to get into it, so it takes me like a few to kind of settle in, but once I'm in, it feels really lovely. The fact that I'm not having to do lots of work to kind of support my thighs, so having either yoga blocks or cushions work really well as well. You can take some really lovely deep breaths here, so we'll just do a few more. And this lovely deep breathing as well is also talking to your nervous system to say it's okay, it's safe to relax, and I think that's an important part of pelvic floor health, is kind of that ability to relax, to kind of say this is safe, we can relax into something. And certainly for women experiencing prolapse symptoms, that ability to relax the pelvic floor can be awesome. next one that I'm going to do, I'm just going to move these things over here. Okay, so next one, we're going to come onto all fours and we're just going to do a really nice kind of rocking movement. So as we come back, we're really having to open out the back of the pelvic floor. And again, we can tie in that wonderful breathing. From this position as well, you could also go into a child's pose if that felt good for you. It's coming down into this position. And again, just using a cushion or a yoga block, you can just rest your forehead on. Lovely deep inhale. And I like this one as well because when you take that lovely big inhale and you're breathing into your ribs and a little bit into your chest, but also into your tummy, you can kind of feel your tummy expanding and softening on the inhale on your thighs. So I find that really useful to just kind of get feedback that the tummy is actually relaxing. Okay, so last one, simply going to come into lying down position. I'm going to let my feet drop out to the sides and just here. And again, I like this one because it's in a position where it just feels kind of like safe and natural to let the tummy really relax, which is awesome because that's really going to help the pelvic floor relax. Just letting the feet kind of roll outwards, we're not having to hold anything in position. We're just letting that roll out. We can bring in a really lovely visualization for our breath. So thinking about our breath being a rectangle. So we're going to inhale down the short side and exhale down the long side. And hopefully in this position as well, you can feel the back of your ribs expanding again. So we're getting a really beautiful kind of 360-degree breath. So those are just three awesome relaxations for the pelvic floor, combining some really lovely kind of gentle movement, gentle positioning, some lovely deep breathing. So let me know how you get on with those. And pop a comment below.